Let me introduce you to Bossinbound, our boss area only Ironman. The goal is simple: defeat as many bosses as we can using the items and experience from their areas. I'm not a bossing expert, and like many of us, I've always used gear as a crutch. Now I want to test my limits and push past them. We're still trapped in the Edgeville dungeon, but the moment we've been waiting for is fast approaching. Our battle with Obor is almost here. We're over 5,000 Chaos Druids deep into the Mind Rune grind that'll get us to 35 magic, meaning we're more than halfway to our 10,000 Druid goalpost. This grind has taken ages though, and even though we're more than halfway, 5,000 more is no joke. Last episode we made a ton of headway. We've been training magic against black demons hoping to get a lucky armor drop, because, I mean, look at us. And just when I thought it wasn't in the cards, we got it. The Rune Med Helm. Upgrading from a spiny helmet to this was a big leap ahead, and we definitely needed those extra defenses. From the very beginning of our journey, we've been using XP lamps from random events to train agility. We've used 19 of them to get to level 4, and at level 12 we were planning on drinking a Dr. Jekyll agility potion to boost to 15 and cross the monkey bars. We can train the skill normally at that point and reach the Earth Warriors on the other side who can drop a Staff of Earth. Super helpful for auto-casting spells. This isn't that simple, since getting the agility potion from Dr. Jekyll takes level 40 herb lore and a cleaned Irrit leaf. Through our magic training, we've made a big breakthrough though. At level 33, we can cast Telekinetic Grab, and it should actually reach across the monkey bars. We no longer need to worry about lamping agility at level 12 before the boss fight. We'll now be able to try for a Staff of Earth in just a few more magic levels. Speaking of magic levels, we're now at level 30 and have finally unlocked Earthbolt, the spell we're going to be using against Obor. In 5 more levels, it'll reach max damage and we'll be ready for the dungeon's boss fight. But until then, we've got some more work to do. There are 3 goals we still need to accomplish. Get that Staff of Earth from the Earth Warriors, kill 5,000 more Chaos Druids and use the runes to hit level 35 magic, and get more armor upgrades or cooked lobsters from the Black Demons. There are a couple problems holding us back though. Firstly, it's taken over 80 hours to kill this many Chaos Druids. Even though it's all downhill from here, it's still a 2-work-week trip down from the summit. Also, let's not forget that I'm not good at bossing. I've always relied on gear to get me through bosses in this game, and I don't know if we can defeat Obor even with all of the progress we've made. If we can defeat him even just one time, it'll prove that this journey is possible and that we'll have a long, exciting road ahead of us. For now, let's just keep killing the druids, training magic, and praying that the demons drop armor or food along the way. There's still a lot of levels for us to gain too, so I'm hopeful that'll happen. And speaking of levels, 32 herb lore gets us literally nothing. And that marks the 6,000th Chaos Druid slain. We've got over 5 mil worth of herbs and secondaries stashed away in the office now, and I am so happy that that's not just disappearing. 33 herb lore gets us, well, it gets us nothing. It gets us nothing. Come on, give me something good. Did I stutter? 64 strength and 70 combat, and that is a new max hit from the Iron Scimitar. 43 prayer, absolutely massive level to get. We've got all 3 protection prayers unlocked now. Protect from melee is just going to be amazing in a bunch of places, but also down here. And essentially, we could replace flinching with this if we choose to lazy flick. There are a couple different ways to abuse the prayer point system in this game, and lazy flicking's one of them. The whole concept of prayer is that you're given these super powerful effects for a limited time based on a resource called prayer points. Active prayers drain these points over time, and when you run out, you can't use any more prayers. This is important, so stick with me. This whole game is built on something called the tick system, and here's a super simple explanation of it. The game updates every 0.6 seconds, or tick, and any action that was input during the previous tick will now happen on this one. If an enemy attack happens on the same tick that a protection prayer is active, the prayer negates the damage. Here's the weird quirk though. Prayer points don't start draining until the tick after the one they become active on, meaning that if you turn on a prayer the same tick that a monster attacks and then turn it off before the next one happens, you prevent the damage and you won't lose any prayer points. For us, think of lazy flicking as a faster but more challenging version of flinching. Now we can attack monsters at normal speed with guaranteed 0 damage against us, as long as we can time it properly on every single attack. This isn't as difficult as it sounds, but it does take a lot of attention and experience. Lamp time. Gonna de-aggro these guys and do the classic throw it at agility. Sneaky level 59 HP before that happens. The 5th agility level on the account right here, right now. Boom. 40 agility XP for level 5 Agi. Okay, look at this. There were potions in the gravestone when I died, so when my inventory got added to the gravestone, they all fell out to the ground. There were a bunch of comments a couple episodes ago saying I had a setting wrong, but this is just how the mechanic works. Look, here's my death pile setting. It's off. This still happens, and I'm pretty sure it's so you can't stockpile like hundreds of supplies right outside boss rooms. Well, we just unlocked the ability to prayer flick against melee enemies, so I think it's time to put it to the test and see if we can get away with it against a black demon. Gotta go big or go home. And I guess this is our home, so I'm not really sure if that's the right idiom for this. I'm gonna use a different method of prayer flicking called one-tick flicking because we're kind of on a timer here. This will let me have the offensive prayers and protect from melee active the entire time without any prayer drain, but I've got to turn all of the prayer off and on again every single game tick, not just the ones where the demon attacks. I'm pretty bad at this, but the gravestone timer's not looking too great, so I think I've just got to do this if we want to make it out of here before it disappears. If it gets really close, I'll just book it without getting the kill. That was intense. And absolutely not worth it. That was way too close for comfort, and I do not need something else to keep me up at night. 31 magic. New year, new teleport. What do we get? Wow. Well, at least I didn't have to one-tick flick for this. Mind runes? It was 102. I got rid of like 20 bots. I got rid of 18 bots from the game. That's kind of cool. $34 herbalore. All those agility potions we will never ever make. Can't wait. Dual wield anti-poisons? Should one man have this much power? Level 65 strength, and that's a new max hit for flinching. Which, when considering we have protect from melee now, might not mean a whole lot. Probably not going to keep track after this one. More black demons, more incredible loot. Oh my god, dude, I could have just played the same footage twice. These guys suck. I hope whoever invented this random event is living their best life right now. 50 XP per lamp is pretty good. 35 herblore. We're sandwiched between the agility potions we can't make from last level up and the combat potions we won't be able to on the next one. HP officially getting accepted to the 60 plus club. 32 magic. Okay. Not as exciting as 43, but I'll take another prayer level. Wow. I forgot to record this part, but luckily I found the stream footage for this very important level. 33 magic! Telekinetic grab. This changes everything. Literally everything. It is time. We are ready to fight the Earth Warriors. That is 7,777 Chaos Druids killed. Actually, kind of insane. 67 strength. I believe, don't quote me on this, that is a new max hit on accurate. We can now hit 9s on accurate. We're going back to training attack. Another one? 4 1 in 5k drops and 8,000 kills? I'm gonna switch to the skeletons for a bit. Worth it. 61 attack. Whoa, one more level to go, guys. 61. 37. Okay, this should be enough. Let's get the staff. We need to de-aggro these guys first. I scouted out the area beforehand a little bit, and I'm pretty sure this torch is gonna be our best bet. Beautiful. All right, it's time. Earth Warriors are, well, they drop a Staff of Earth. These guys are truly from the old world. They were added to the game in 2002, and it really shows when you look at their drop tables. They drop some runes, they drop some herbs and seeds, they drop a steel spear for some reason, and they drop a Staff of Earth, which is really the only thing we're after here. Ooh, this is exciting. Okay. All right, here we go. Come on. Okay, false start. Let's try the other guy. Here we go. Okay. All right, cool. I think that guy works. I'll keep track of him. It's fine. All right, here we go. First kill, what do we get? Oh, dude, no way. What a drop. Oh, yeah. Okay, 100% confirmed you can telegrab the items, though, so that is just too cool. Honestly, I kind of wish there were more interactions like that in the game. Kill number 2. Earth runes. I feel like that makes a lot of sense, though, so fair. There's the steel spear. Unfortunately, I don't think this is better than the iron simi for normal combat, and it's not better than the steel lung for flinching, but it is better for fashionscape. So this is going to be our placeholder staff, I think. What? I think because he spawned behind the torch, I can't reach him anymore. Aw, that's super annoying. Okay, so it looks like it's a line of sight thing. So I can reach him from the distance, I just need to be able to see him. That makes sense. I mean, hey, if I use 1 law rune to telegrab the 2 law runes, that's kind of a bargain. 34 magic. It's hard to believe that we've only got 1 more to go. After so many hours, I'm finally seeing that light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. Nothing. Just nothing. Thank you. Thank you, Jagex. The torch. I'm out of mine runes anyway, so maybe him spawning there is a sign that we gotta head back to the druids. I don't really want to dip into the chaos runes just yet, so this is probably the play. On the topic of chaos runes, I'm starting to realize there's one more problem we're gonna run into with Obor. Time. I don't have a huge sample size, but based on the skeletons we've killed so far, it seems like we're pulling in about 20 chaos runes per hour. I imagine we'll be using somewhere around that many earth bolts to kill Obor each time, so each attempt is gonna cost us about an hour's worth of runes. Looking at all the monsters in the Edgeville dungeon, skeletons are definitely our best bet for runes because they're also our best source of water runes. We'll need these too because I plan to use the bind spell during the boss fight. This'll hold Obor in place for 5 seconds, giving us time to mage him and avoid his melee attacks. Bind also uses nature and earth runes though. We've got a small stockpile of both, but we won't be getting any more from skeletons. They just don't drop them. So if we start running out of these, we'll not only have to spend time resupplying on the skeletons, but we'll also have to farm hill giants for more nature runes. With this in mind, resupplying after we're out of runes could be a pretty big time sink. And let's not forget that we might not even get the kills. Let's also not forget that the crux of this account is that I'm not an endgame PVMer. I don't have a lot of bossing experience, so I'm expecting to fail and learn from doing so. I know we've got a lot of them, but I don't want to have to worry about running out of earth runes on top of all of that, so getting the staff is definitely next up on our bucket list. Let's pull together a few more runes and get to it. 62 attack. 45 prayer. I think that's Mystic Might unlocked. I didn't see it, that's weird. Yeah, Mystic Might's unlocked now. It does give some strength bonus, so maybe that'll be useful. Not really sure. 8,888 Chaos Druids. We're getting really close. At this rate too, I think we might even be finished before 10K. All right, this is a big moment. Check this out. 38 Herblore, that's prayer potions unlocked. And we will be making so many of these in the future. Anyone who's played this game for any amount of time probably knows how important prayer potions are. And the best part for us is that we can actually make them down here. Chaos Druids drop all of the ingredients: Vial of Water, Ranar Weed, and Snapegrass. I don't expect we'll be using these against Obor because HP is going to be our limiting resource there, but these will be mandatory for so many bosses later on. Wow, there it is. That actually feels really good. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a way to get exactly one more Mind Rune down here, so 72 is gonna have to do. Free XP for me. Boring. I'll take it. You know what? I think I'll take it again. Well, we've done it. We finally reached level 35 and unlocked Firebolt. Earthbolt now has a max hit of 14, and you know what this means? Our 10,000 Chaos Druid grind has officially come to an end. Looking at the loot tracker, we actually got pretty lucky. On average, it takes 9,216 Chaos Druids to get the amount of runes that we got in 9,000. Also, pretty cool that we needed fewer runes than I thought we would, so either my math was off or we dealt more damage than we were expected to during our mage training. Either way, very happy about it. Well, that's the last of the mind runes, but I mean, I've got to finish the kill, right? Or otherwise we wasted all the mind runes from earlier. I feel like that's fair, right? Oh man, and that was so worth it too. I'm gonna do a few more kills and then I'll probably go back to the Chaos Druids. Yes! It was literally the last kill before I left. Oh, look at this. We got the Staff of Earth. Oh, that looks so good. Unlimited earth runes, and honestly, probably more importantly, being able to auto cast spells just by left clicking on the monster. I am so done with manually casting every single spell from the spellbook. This is great quality of life for us. Also, I guess now that we're done with the Chaos Druid grind, we're also done with the Black Demons. No more mind runes means no more gear upgrades before Obor, and worse, no food other than rat meat. I guess we could still get lucky with some random event food, but I'm not gonna bank on that. I'm just gonna get good because that's the whole point of all this anyway. Honestly, the armor upgrades might have decreased our magic attack bonus too much to even be worth using. Maybe the rune med's the best thing we could have gotten. Okay, we got the magic level, we got the staff, now we need the runes. To the skeletons we go. We've got over 50 here already, but I'm gonna grab a few more just to be safe. I can't believe I'm saying this, but after we're done here, we'll be ready to fight Obor. That is so exciting to say out loud, man. Another loop half? Wow, this is stupid rare, right? It is. It's a 1 in 16,000. Too bad it's useless. Now, technically that isn't exactly true. I hadn't even thought of this, but shout out to Basket of Puppies 642 for reminding me about the crystal chest and Pripthinus. He's right about the time frame though. This would definitely be late game content for us. Plus, with how many quests are needed to unlock Prif, not really sure we'll be able to get all the items we need for them in our areas. But we're gonna burn that bridge when we get there. 63 attack. No way, dude. What are the odds? We'll also be laughing at this in retirement homes, I swear to God. Chaos runes. The new mind runes. Okay. I don't think I could bring a better number of chaos runes, so let's go grab some of our best food and bring it along with us to meet our new giant friend. What? What else could I have meant by best food? We're not level 83 combat yet, so the big level 42 hobs are still aggressive, but if all goes well, we shouldn't have to rely on the campfire too much longer. Well, we burned one, but I don't think that 3 HP is gonna make it or break it. Famous last words. This door has been staring at us for over 100 hours. Now it's time to open it. Okay, we've done everything we needed to do. We've got 35 magic from 9,000 chaos druids, and our earth bolt is at max power. We've got a rune med helm from black demons for more defense. Iron kite shield, way too much negative magic attack bonus for what little defense it gives, so absolutely not worth using. We've got our staff of earth from the earth warriors, so we can auto cast earth bolt. We've got enough chaos runes for a few tries, and we've got the best food we could get. Here's the plan. We use protect from missiles because if it all goes according to it, we're not gonna have to worry too much about melee. We cast binds at him to lock him in place while we run away and cast earth bolts from a distance. If we take damage and I'm worried about dying, we've got 27 HP worth of rat meat to heal with. Hopefully it doesn't come to that, but being prepared doesn't hurt. I understand that deaths are to be expected and are part of the learning curve, but hopefully we can avoid a few, and the huge time sink of resupplying after each of our failures, by planning out the battle a little bit beforehand. Well, it's been staring at us long enough. Obor is a huge stepping stone. He himself has the exact same drop table that hill giants have, but the chest in his lair contains items that would absolutely catapult our account forward. Rune full helm, rune longsword, rune battle axe, rune kite shield, rune chain body, rune plate legs, rune two-handed sword. Any and all of these are massive improvements over what we've got going on now, which is in some cases literally nothing at all. And if that wasn't enough rune, there are also a bunch of possible magic runes too. The chaos runes in particular would be great for keeping the grind going. What we want most, of course, is the single unique item in Obor's collection log, the Hill Giant Club. Not only is this an awesome flinching weapon, but if we get this, we're free. This boss will be completed and we can move on to the next area. It is a very, very rare drop though. Each opening of the chest, we have to use one of our keys. The keys that we get from hill giants at a rate of 1 in 128. The club is a 1 in 118 chance from each opening of the chest, so I'm sure you guys are starting to put the pieces together. Average luck puts us in the neighborhood of around 15,000 hill giants worth of keys to get the club. So let's hope I'm not as average here as I am in another area of my life when we get lucky. Let's do it. And go. Oh my god, is that all it binds for? Jesus Christ, that is no time. Bind him. Fuck. Bind. Work. 5 seconds is not enough time. Run. Oh my god, why? That could have gone better. This is looking pretty bad. I don't even think we got him to half health. So what went wrong here? Looking back at the footage, there are a few problems. First, bind is male because it does not last nearly as long as it says it does. It says it lasts for 5 seconds. Really trying to make the rest of us look bad here. But it seems like the timer starts on cast instead of when the spell actually hits and activates. This means that realistically, we get about 3 seconds of frozen Obor, barely enough for 2 casts before he reaches us. This is good to know though. because now we can plan around it. 2 casts, then a bind, rinse and repeat. Secondly, we're still taking a ton of damage from his ranged attack. Against Obor, Protect from Missiles only prevents 50% of the damage, not 100. I might throw in the Kite Shield to become a bit tankier and focus on trying to eat some more food to survive the next battle. Finally, the positioning of Obor when we cast Bind is going to be super important. Ideally, we should wait a bit and bind him as close to a corner as possible. This should give us more room to run away and corral him around the perimeter. If we can execute these 3 things, I think the fight will go a lot more smoothly and we'll have a real chance of taking him down. So the positioning issue got me thinking. We've de-aggroed a ton of monsters down here. Is it possible to de-aggro Obor? If we can do it, maybe we can wait until he's in a corner to start the fight. I know it's a pretty small thing, but I think at this point, every little change is gonna add up. I'm assuming... wait. I don't know if we can log out here. That's the only problem. Perfect. Okay, so he's de-aggroed down. Technically. So let's see if this works. I mean... yeah. You can totally just de-aggro Obor. Okay, so we've done this. What if you just open the chest? You can't open the chest while Obor is attacking you. Jagex, we have a very different description of attacking me. Okay, so that is the place where we want him to be. For sure. Okay, attempt 2. Here we go. That is exactly where we wanted him. That's beautiful. Oh god, we splashed. Not a great spot. Okay, okay. We are not hitting at all. This is not good. Huh. I don't know, man. I think the binds are kind of holding us back. I think they're putting us in one. Okay, I was wrong. More armor was a bad call. We splashed a lot of the spells we were casting, and a consequence of missing a bind is tanking Obor's melee attacks, which head up to 22, by the way. I think we go the opposite route. Take off all of our armor. No Kite Shield, no Rune Med Helm. The helm's great, but I really do think we need every single spell to land. Our positioning was still a problem, so I've got to focus on that more this time around too. Also, the cooked meat, not worth it. Eating delays our next spell by 3 ticks, and for 3 HP, I'm not going to risk losing 22. No food and no armor might seem a little counterintuitive, but funny enough, it's kind of what we're used to down here. We've got enough Chaos Runes left for at least one more try, so let's give it one. Bind, hello? Oh my god, are you serious? Great timing, Kay. Okay, this is going way better. Come on. Come on. We just gotta do it. We gotta do it right here. Come on. This is really close. Big hit. Come on, come on. Holy shit, we did it. Actually did it. It is completely doable. What do we get? Oh! Oh my god, that's... Oh! That... No way. Who needs snares? We've got bind. Are you kidding? Of course we can do this. God damn, look at us now. 1KC Obor got the rune kite shield. I'm shaking. This is huge. We actually did it. We took on and took down Obor. Against all odds, we killed our first boss and got an incredible reward for it. The rune kite shield is amazing. Even if we don't use it against Obor, we're upgrading from an iron one. It's gonna give us so much more defensive bonuses going forward. The bigger reward, though, is the proof that this is all possible. We just did exactly what we were supposed to with this account. We didn't rely on the crutch of good equipment or even food to beat Obor. We failed, we improved, and we won. I cannot wait to see how future bosses will test us, but I'm gonna have to. Let's not forget how we clear a boss. We get a unique from the collection log or finish all of the combat achievements. I'm hoping for the Hill Giant Club, but with it being so rare, we're definitely gonna have to take a close look at those achievements. Let's also take a close look at the stat changes for this episode. Not as many levels as last time, but there are still some big changes here. We've now got all 3 protection prayers unlocked. We have telegrab and all the bolt spells, and the ability to create prayer potions, which again, will be incredible for future bossing. The Chaos Druid grind has ended, Obor has been slain, and we got a rune kite shield as our exciting new upgrade. We've got 10 more giant keys to get through, so hopefully there are plenty more great drops coming our way. Have we got Obor figured out? Will the next few kills go as smoothly as the last? How much time will we spend resupplying before we get through all the keys? Can we finish all of the combat achievements, or are we gonna get stuck killing 15,000 hill giants to get ourselves a Hill Giant Club? If only I knew the grinds that were ahead of us. On the road to...